and welcome to the Scorpio Full Moon activation. I'm Adrienne Elise. Thank you so much for joining this powerful gateway experience as we turn the corner on a new chapter in our lives. I'm Adrienne Elise. I'm here because I am passionate about helping people have an empowered awakening experience. So I hope you'll find out more about my offerings at adrienneelise.com. So the main reason and what's really being activated right now in this new chapter, what's happening is the North Node. This is our future karma. The North Node of the moon, the path that is in alignment with the axis of the moon, that is moving into the sign of Leo as of tomorrow. And so I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live. I hope you can catch that at noon tomorrow. And we're going to be really tapping into this energy of the North Node moving into Leo. So it's our North Node is our future karma. It's how we're moving to the next place. It's how we are getting to where we're going. And so this is a collective evolutionary energy, and that collective evolutionary energy has to do with Leo now for the next year and a half. And Leo is about being playful, expressive, fun. It's Leo is the leader, the king, and also the child, and also it rules creative self-expression. So it is time for us to finally bring forward what's been brewing inside. And that's this next chapter. The next chapter is there's souls that have been activating on planet Earth, but not yet showing what they've been working on within. So we're entering a very exciting time where new leaders are coming forward and energy is coming forward towards an expression of a new humanity. And so this has to do with the Pluto-Uranus square that's been happening over the last 4, 5, 6 years, and now they're finally moving apart, but still being triggered by all the personal planets. And how is that happening right now? Well, Mercury, we've had this massive energy of retrograde all spring, and we're finally moving out of it. We've got Mercury and Venus now direct. But Mercury going direct has been lingering. It passed over, hung out, and is now passing back over Uranus in Aries. And so Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and it's speaking to this Aquarian age that we are preparing for on Earth. And Mercury is the messenger. Uranus represents the higher mind, the ancient wisdom, and the spiritual secrets, seeking and understanding. And Mercury is our day-to-day reality, the scribe, understanding and putting it into practical terms. So these planets coming together is bringing forward information that can help us get to this place of expression of these gifts within us. Expression of this deep, beautiful abundance within each of us that we have been hiding, been taught to fear, and has been squelched and subdued by conditioning and by the people around us. And now it's time, and we're being really helped in this energy right now as we shift over this threshold into this new chapter. Because Venus is now direct, turned direct at the middle of April, but now is back into Aries. And so Venus in Aries is about the goddess standing up, the feminine part of ourselves standing up for what is true and real and meaningful in our life. So we're getting this impetus, this retrograde energy of Venus and Mercury in retrograde together, our personal planets being like, we've got some stuff to figure out before we can move forward. There's information, there's healing, there is healing of the self-worth with that Venus retrograde in Aries and Taurus. And this now it's time to stand up and represent and enact what we've learned, what really matters to us, what we really care about, what we want our life to look like. And so as humanity begins individually to take these stand into what really matters, we're moving the whole world into a new paradigm. Now that paradigm is what I'm calling true abundance, where we're really able to recognize and value what actually really matters in our life instead of what we've been told really matters in this material world. We are not our body, and we have been programmed to completely identify with this body, this life, this experience. When we can climb up above and see what really matters is what might matter and when we process after this life, in the afterlife, in between lifetimes, and the work that we've been doing over lifetimes and what we want to express here. So this lifetime is crucial for many of us on earth, where we're interested in completely releasing from the wheel of karma. And so that means we need to reach down inside of ourselves and find these divine gifts that we've been given, cherish them, nurture them, be that warrior goddess, stand up for them, and make a safe place for them, a temple for them in your life. So I hope you'll check out my leadership and abundance class. This is about what is in the way of you moving into that bigger self, finding these gifts and having the strength to express them, and finding where you've been taught to play small or fear your power, and changing that around so you can step in to being a demonstration for this new energy on the planet, a living example of true abundance. And so I hope you'll consider taking part of that 8-week class series, and that starts on March 30th. So this Mercury is triggering this generational change, this Pluto-Uranus square that has been tearing us up inside, the structures of our life falling away, the jobs and relationship changes, our belief system structure, and all of this is breaking away, breaking us down inside. And now, what does that mean? Mercury, the messenger in retrograde, hanging out with Uranus and Aries, across from Jupiter. Jupiter's in Libra, the sign of relationships, and Jupiter is our expander. So we're expanding the enlightened information that is relevant to our everyday life around the area of relationships. So it's our relationships that are getting where we're having our issues come forward, and how we heal the other people in our life, reflecting back to us our internal state. So really important stuff happening with past relationships, present relationships, and an opportunity at this Scorpio full moon, a gateway into your future to leave all of the past stories behind. So the activation today is going to be focusing on that, tapping in to this Scorpio energy that's about death and rebirth, and going down into the shadow and facing that shadow and bringing it, ripping it out by the roots and bringing it into the light, because it is time to start this new chapter. So the other thing that's going on right now that's harmonizing this whole process, the breaking down and the building up of new belief systems and new structures in our life. Mercury right there with Uranus is actually making a harmonious trine with Saturn. So Saturn and Uranus are in this trine on and off throughout all of 2017. It's a big part of the fire trine energy that's happening in 2017 is these planets. Now Mercury's in the mix. So Mercury is, what does this mean for our everyday reality? What does this big planetary shifting time mean in my everyday life? I want to know now. I want to know how this applies to my path, to my gifts, to what I'm bringing forward. This is the type of information that can come through right now, because Mercury and Uranus are trining up with Saturn. Exactly. Now Saturn is still on the galactic center. So there's this massive destiny feeling to what's happening right now. So information that brings home your destiny into your everyday life, instead of being something you dreamed about and worked towards over lifetimes, gathering all these little pieces. Now it's time to make yourself whole again and start to execute the grand plan of who you are, which most of us have no idea what that is, but we know what it feels like. And we're having this massive energy of harmonized communication, and the people in our life and our relationships showing us, guiding us the way to this path and to this bigger self, to this expression of the truth of who we are. So the other thing around expression here in the fire that's coming in is that Mars is in Gemini right now. Gemini is a ruler, or Mercury is a ruler of Gemini. So Mercury is exalted and Mars is exalted also in Gemini right now because of this energy. Now Mars wants to take action. And so in the sign of Gemini, it's squaring up with Neptune and Pisces. This is our dreams and our illusions. So it's like we're having a great energy of action, taking a desire to take action around breaking down delusions and breaking down through illusions and start to dream a new dream. Mars says, let's get real and understand what's a vision, what's a delusion, what have we been taught that's true, and what's really true, and what's really true for us. Now, at the same time, Mars makes a trine with Jupiter. So it comes back around with this Jupiter opposite Uranus and all of this energy with this T-square in the sky. And that Mars trining up with Jupiter is saying we're expanding in our relationships to be able to make these revolutionary generational changes in our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to others. We're getting massive information about how all that fits into our destiny and our path. And that's harmonized right now. It's expanding and it's harmonized. So Jupiter brings more to whatever it's interacting with. So it's harmonious, more action on understanding our true destiny. This understanding that's coming through right now with Mercury and Uranus and such powerful energy, bringing this enlightened communication. This is what we need to get to our next chapter. So let's tap into this as we move into the activation. We're going to be focusing on leaving behind the whole stories, shadow energy of our past, the old stories, and getting ready into expressing the new story of who we are, that this warrior goddess activation. So we have both Mercury and Venus now direct, both in Aries. Aries is a sign of rebirth. We are rebirthing the goddess, and we're rebirthing our understanding of this time on planet Earth. And we're standing up for what really matters, true abundance, the gifts that we've worked for over lifetimes that we've come here to express. That's what is the currency of the future and what really matters. So let's go ahead and tap into this energy. Just take a few deep breaths and arrive. Here in this now moment, there is lots of energy with this Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but also has an affinity with Mars. So there's a lot of action energy. And with Mars exalted, taking action on this shadow work, seeing through delusions, and being true to who we really are. Expanding our ability to communicate, stand up for who we really are, and express who we really are. Just feel yourself arriving in this now moment. Just taking a few deep breaths to calm this energy, the nervous system. Anytime Uranus is involved like this, the nervous system is greatly affected. And so in this case, it's going to be the mind, the ideas and thoughts, and of course, just the overall energetic field. So let's just take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to calm and come into your body in this now moment, paying attention to the base of your spine, understanding that below the base of your spine is your root of the root chakra, your connection. Just hook up that connection with Mother Earth, Gaia. This is like a coil of energy. And just feel yourself coming into this plugged in feeling to Mother Earth. Just feeling yourself plugged into Mother Earth, spaceship Earth. We're traveling with her. She's activating, we're activating, and together we're on this journey. Just take a few deep breaths, reaching those roots down, deep down into Mother Earth, as you feel yourself plugging in to Earth energy and arriving here in this now moment. Feel the power of the land where you live. The Earth is waking up in these acupuncture points. And historically, there were people who understood the power of the place that they lived, and that they connected with the grid of the place that they lived. So go ahead and just imagine that. You're plugged in now to the power system of planet Earth, electromagnetic field, and you're communicating with the chakra. Each of these, it's just like each acupuncture point on the human body is a different connection of pathways, and each chakra and acupuncture point on the earth is the same. So where you live is a powerful vortex chakra, and go ahead and just feel yourself beginning to communicate with this energy. This energy is reaching out. The earth wants us so badly to come into communication, into this earth tantra, to this communication with the earth as we go through this awakening experience together. And now is the time with this North Node moving into Leo to express the awakening. We're going to start to see it in our culture, in our art, in our leaders. It's finally time to start to see what this Pluto-Uranus square means in the bigger picture of Earth evolution. And what does that mean in your life? It means Mama Cat coming and picking you up by the scruff of your neck, picking you up right out of the life that you thought you wanted and thought you were building, and dropping you off into your destiny. And just paying attention to the area of your heart, receiving an energy wave for a heart chakra activation, opening. This is a vibrational resonance, and your heart is leading you on your path, your feelings, your deep knowingness inside of yourself, this deep resonance. And just feel yourself magnetically connecting with the galactic center. Feel yourself pulled into your future and see yourself coming to a threshold place. This threshold place is represented by this Scorpio full moon. Where you are now, there's confusing colors, dark shadows, stories of the past that are lurking, recreating themselves through generations. You've decided to step through out of these old belief systems, out of the jungle of this confusion and delusion of programming we all have in our bloodline, society, our family beliefs, past life beliefs. All of these things are like a neural network that you no longer need. It's like a false reality that's been built around you. And it's dark and thick, but you're coming to a ring of fire. This ring of fire is this Mercury and Uranus and Aries and Venus and Aries, and Mercury and Uranus trining up with Saturn and Sagittarius, and the North Node moving into Leo. We're getting set up for some massively activating fire trine energy. So sing this ring of fire, and on the other side of the ring of fire is your true destiny, and you're ready to take your first step on that path today. And so you're coming up to this ring of fire. You're slowly approaching. Feel how you're getting heavier. So you're about to release all that's been keeping you from this future path. Everything that's been keeping you programmed to stay small or down or hidden in this world. Whatever's kept your angel wings tied up against you. It's time to receive that heart chakra activation and move into the light, the activating fire light, the fire rooster 2017. This is your destiny, and it means to lighten your load so that you can express the truth of who you are more effectively, more easily, deep satisfaction. So that's on the other side of this ring of fire, and you're approaching it. But everything that's in the way is now getting heavier and heavier, like a burden you've been given from your distant ancestors. This burden has belief systems like, well, everybody else deserves to succeed, but not you. And maybe you didn't work hard enough to be able to have the life you want because you need to sacrifice. These are all false belief systems that have been holding you back. So go ahead and just let these arise and become palpable in your field so that they can be released. And we're going to call in your highest guidance and the healing force from the center of the galaxy. It's beautiful purple gamma rays, and they're washing over you as you approach the edge of your new chapter, and you're preparing to walk over, and this purple rain is washing over you and washing away all of what has defined you in the past. So this is an opportunity for a complete release of your ego construct, your psychological idea of who you are, because who you are really is way, way, way bigger. And I want you to just go ahead and meet up with your highest self, your higher self that representing to you. And I would like you to ask your higher self to offer you a peephole into the bigger part of yourself. And so you're coming up to a peephole to the other side. You're going to look through and get a sample of who you are in reality, not in this confined, small, narrow existence of 3D, but who you are beyond this body, beyond this lifetime. And I would like you to go ahead and look through the peephole. Just get a sense and a taste for the expansiveness of you. How you glow with all of your gifts. You've worked very hard to come and be on planet Earth at this time, to activate into who you really are, to fully express your divinity in your own unique way. And are there any images or information that come forward about what is on the other side of this new chapter? What does your life look like or feel like? Is there any information, gifts from your higher self? Open them now and receive. Anything you need to know, see, feel, hear, and touch about your next chapter, where you're more fully expressing the truth of who you are than you ever have been able to in this lifetime. Just feel this deep harmony that comes, deep peace, deep satisfaction that comes from a life expressing the truth of who you are, why you've worked for lifetimes to come to planet Earth in this time. Go ahead and own that feeling, own that excitement. Receive an energetic wave to reset, recalibrate on a cellular level to this most amazing experience of you, expressing you as your own divinity on planet Earth in a physical body. And the magic of that, the potential of that, just feel yourself sinking deeper into this communication. Feel Mother Earth Gaia receive you like never before. It's safe and appropriate and a blessing that you're on the planet right now. And feel that energy separating you from this dark cloud that's been following you of these belief systems and conditioning. Just feel yourself separating out. Feel yourself as the light that you truly are. And that dark, shadowy energy is kind of just separating out, getting ready to leave it behind as you approach this gateway. You're moving towards the gateway, separating out all of the confusion of conditioning that made you suppress your light. That taught you that conformity was the answer, when actually it's your individual, magical, only way you can do it. You're the only one who can do it this way. So you're moving towards the gateway. The ring of fire on the other side is your first step on this path of your commitment on a soul level, soul spirit, to you and your truth beyond this body, beyond all the stories, beyond all the drama. And feel the golden light, like the sun shining on you, what it's going to feel like as you step through. And see the golden light on the other side. See it's your activation. Feel the harmony, the peace, and deep satisfaction of this life, of you on your path, expressing your truth. And now you're fully separated from the shadow of conditioning and stories of the past and your ancestors. And you have come to the threshold, and go ahead and just pick up one foot and step into the ring of fire, into the golden light, into the truth of who you really are, and just bask in it. Feels like it's coming from outside of you, but it's coming from within. Just feel yourself as the light of divinity on planet Earth, and the gift that that is, inspiring everyone around you to live true abundance, just like you. True abundance is fully accessing your gifts, expressing them in this world, committing to yourself, honoring yourself, and playing host to your own light. Just feel what that feels like, and feel your body on a cellular level shifting and changing to allow a space for this light for you. And what is required of you as far as self-care to be able to maintain a space for this light in your life. And go ahead and just receive any information or ideas about what is supportive, what you'd like to bring into your life or expand in your life or include in your life that will help you play host to this light that is you. What will help you make a sacred place, a sacred temple to honor the divinity that is you. So you can't expect anybody else to honor that or receive it until you have received that for yourself. So go ahead and just receive that light. Bask in the glory. Feel your heart lift. Feeling this energy of levity entering your life. What happens when you step on your path? Just receive. And bringing your other foot into this golden chamber. Stepping into the center, fully committing to who you are and your bigger self. Making room in your little earth life for this bigger self. It's part of you that has something to share, something sacred and beautiful. Just feel yourself deeply in your own center, in the center of your heart, center of the galaxy, the center of the earth, still point. Coming out of polarity, just coming deeply into this now moment, leaving everything behind. You are simply this. Just reminding yourself that you can return to this place of still point at any point during your life, during your day. This is available to you as you begin to complete your journey. Just taking your time, allowing for your cellular activation, receiving these energy waves to upgrade your whole system to this golden light that is the truth of you. Taking deep breaths and moving this energy through your field, continuing to receive ideas about how to care for this part of yourself that has been so long hidden. What does this part of yourself need? With the energy of Leo, we're looking also at the inner child. This is your joy you're reclaiming in your life. And what does this child that has absolute permission to experience joy need to be cared for, to have room to exist? Is that time? Is that meditation? Is it yoga? Is it time in nature? Is it writing? What is it that brings you to this place of receiving your own light as the gift that it is? Just feel how good it can feel to be you. And that conditioning you left behind said it wasn't okay for you to feel good. You're supposed to suffer here, remember? You have to work really hard and prove you're worth it. All of these stories. Now, you've stepped into a new chapter, deeply honoring you. Deeply respecting what the divinity, the divine child within you needs in order to have a foundation to shine. So just taking a few deep breaths, taking your time, but beginning to come back into your regular everyday awareness, knowing that still point is available for you, your highest guidance is available for you, and most of all, your own light. So finally, you're ready to receive what's yours. Just receiving an energetic wave to help calibrate your cell-by-cell activation, transformation, upgrade, DNA codes, the light receivers, receiving the light of the sun and reminding you that's what you are made of too. So just moving into the golden light and accepting that as your reality, your path. Deep surrender into peace of being who you are, and expressing what's inside of you. And just taking a few deep breaths as you begin to complete your activation experience, complete your meditation, just gradually coming back into your body as you're ready, remembering that still point is there for you. And just feel yourself moving into this new field you've left behind. That shadow self is being zapped away by this purple energy from the center of the universe, and you are in the golden light that is you. You get to start living your life based on your own sovereign understanding of yourself, your universe. Lots of truths and synchronicities and magical happenings coming through right now with this astrology. Pay attention to the messages. Be ready for the information to come your way about this next chapter. Bringing home into your everyday reality who you are in the new age, Aquarius. Just taking a few deep breaths, finishing up your journey, coming back home into your body, into the room that you're in, your regular everyday awareness. Just becoming aware of your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Taking a few deep breaths, stepping into this new you. And when you're ready, go ahead and come out of meditation. Well, thanks so much for joining me for this activation. Wow, it's powerful energy. And congratulations for coming this far, making it here to planet Earth at this time where you can finally get to begin to step on that path of living what you really want to live here and being what you really want to be here. So consider joining me for the Leadership and Abundance class to be that living example, the proof to the world what abundance really is. Because when you tap in to those gifts and you're fully expressing these internal gifts you brought with you into this lifetime in a way that brings you satisfaction, material abundance is sure to follow. That is the law of the universe. But here we're working with true abundance, and anything that's in the way of you accessing your personal power, your greatest gifts, and your permission to shine. So I hope you'll check out my website at adrianelise.com, and you can check out the Leadership and Abundance class or Goddess Activation. Download those classes and get your juicy goddess energy on. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope I'll see you for the Facebook Live. Celebrate the North Node moving into Leo. It's a new chapter for all of us. And what does that mean for you? So until next time, I'm Adrian Elise. Namaste.